What's going on, YouTube? How's everybody doing today? Hopefully everybody's well and doing good. Now, the topic I want to talk about today is called, actually two parts. First part is being a superhero. In the second part, I'm going to talk about super truckers. Okay? Now, one problem that a lot of, especially new people who are new into the industry, and even some people who've been in the industry for a while, they try to be superheroes. And what I mean by when I say superheroes is you do too much. Okay? Granted, we all have responsibilities and we all have to get our loads delivered on time and get to our shippers and on time and pick up the loads and deliver them safely without any mishaps. Okay, that's your job requirements. Okay, but the problem is, especially with a lot of the larger carriers, okay, they tend to take advantage of the newbies, rookies, whatever you want to classify them as. They tend to take advantage of it. Although I know you may not want to acknowledge it, and I know a lot of people sit there and protest all day long, their company's the best, and so on and so forth. And I've said it before, and I'll continue to say it. In my opinion, there's not one company that's better than the other. They're all the same, just different colored trucks, different names on the side of the door, and they may haul a different freight. They have different customers. But in a nutshell, all the large companies are all the same. Okay? You're nothing more than a seat filler. Well, if you will, you're a seat filler. Or you're a seat filler, you're just another number. You guys probably heard that expression before, you're just another number. In which, in most cases, that's what you are. When you have a smaller outfit, they tend to get to know you by name. When you have a larger outfit, they don't know you by name. They know you by your driver ID number when you call in. You put in your driver ID number, and that's who you are. Okay? And not that there's nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, don't expect a whole lot, a whole great deal. Okay? Just like I said, you're a seat filler. I had this conversation with my wife the other day, and I'm a seat filler. I have no shame in saying that. I'm a seat filler. And the reason why I say that is because as quick as you messed up and the company decides to get rid of you for whatever reason, or if you decide to leave, they'll have someone in this truck within 2 days. 3 days, I'll have someone fill in the seat in your truck. So that's why that's why I say we're all seat fillers. And what I mean by being superheroes, and which I'm guilty of doing myself quite a bit, if you go to pick up a load, say for instance the load's supposed to be picked up on on Tuesday, and supposed to deliver Thursday morning. Here it is Wednesday. You get dispatched to pick up the load a whole day later. Now, you may be able to pick it up and deliver it on time. You may not. But if you know you can't do it, don't force yourself to do it. Okay, remember one thing. It's not your fault that load got picked up a day late. It's the company's fault, dispatcher, fleet manager, whoever you want to blame. But it's not your fault that load got picked up a day late. You don't control when and where you pick up the loads. You just go wherever they send you. So, don't overdo it trying to get it there. If you can get it there, of course, by all means, you want to get it there on time. But if you can't, don't try to do the unimpossible. I mean, I've done it many a times, and there was times where I've got it done, and sometimes I ask myself, how the hell did I do it? But I got it done. And I mean, there's times where I picked up a load late, delivered it, and I got to the customer with 4 minutes left on my clock. And then a lot of times, and the problem with that is a lot of times you get to these customers and they don't allow you to take a 10-hour break on their property. So now, you ran as hard as you can to get a load that you picked up a day late there on time, and now you're the one that's getting screwed at the end of it because you're the one that's got to find somewhere to park now. And you got no time in your clock. Now you're screwed. You got to park on the side of the road, or you know what I mean, or do the illegal thing and run over on your hours, sort of, just to get to a safe haven. I mean, that's what you get stuck with doing. Why? Because you were trying to be a superhero. And I've been there all the time over the years I've been out here. I've been in that situation quite a few times, and when you do all that, what do you get for it? You don't get nothing for it. You don't get any extra pay for it. You don't get recognized extra for that. You do all that, putting yourself out there like that on the line, and you can still be replaced like that. Trust me, I've been in that situation a few times as well too. Where you sit there and you're like, oh God, I gotta get there. I gotta get this load on time. I gotta get this load on time. And then you do all that, you get there on time, and boom, you screw yourself at the end, and then God forbid, you make a little mistake, the company's ready to get rid of your ass. It's like, wait a minute. I ran all these loads, I did all of this, I got all these loads there on time, even though I picked them up late, safely, and because I made a little mistake, it could be something minor. You're threatening my job. It's bullshit. It's wrong. But companies do it. It's wrong, but they do it. And it made me open my eyes up and realize, it's my license. I will not speed, rush, or anything to get a load on time if I picked it up late. That's when shit happens. That's when mistakes and actions happen. And you make a mistake or an accident, or God forbid you're at a place and you back into a pole or a fence or a trailer or anything like that. Company's not going to be forgiven for that. They don't care if you tell them, I was rushing to get there to pick this load up, to get to our customer on time, but They don't give a shit about that. That doesn't mean nothing. At the end of the day, they'll still fire your ass if they choose to. So, just take it, with that being said, man, just take your time. Don't rush. Take your time. You can only do what you can do. And I know, like, at first it's hard when you're new and you're overwhelmed at the beginning and you're trying to do your best. Do what you can do. Don't worry about the rest. Do what you can do. Because at the end of the day, you're the one that's responsible for your CDL. Okay? When for the ones that went to private schools, and you didn't get your license through the company you're working for, that is your CDL. You had that CDL before the company even knew who the hell you were. You had that CDL. Okay? You came to the company with your CDL, and you want to leave the company. If you decide to ever leave the company, you want to leave with your CDL. So, don't let that shit get you into jams where you mess yourself up. That's what I mean when I say stop trying to be a superhero. Just get out there and do your job. Trip plan it right, properly, and do what you can do. Whatever's beyond your control, it's beyond your control. There's nothing you can do about that. So don't even try to do anything about it, because you can't. That's just the way it is. Okay? Now, the second part I want to talk about is super truckers, which I thought I was going to put in this video, but I'm going to put it on another video because this one got long enough. So, stay tuned for part 2. Alright? Peace. God bless.